That'll help too.
Yeah. So, how's Texas?
Very boring. We landed, and then they said they didn't have as much work for us as they thought they did. So I had like a mini vacation, but I had no money to spend on said vacation.
So it was mini hotel room hangout.
Yeah, I
At
watched.
least it was a nice room.
I watched all of the Dragon Prince. I started One Piece because I was like, I'm gonna make it through it. I watched 3 episodes and went, and then I started another show called Erased, which was really sad and like not good to watch. It was a good show, but it was about this guy who like he dies
Yeah.
and he's got this superpower to where like he can go back in time a little bit to like correct a mistake. And usually it's like 30 minutes back.
Do not slap that girl's ass. It's not going to work out.
That's what I thought it was going to be like. Because the description was, this 28-year-old man has the ability to go back in time and fix his mistakes. Now he's going back to when he was in middle school to fix all kinds of mistakes. And I was like, this sounds like some funny shit.
Hey,
then I
Bobby,
started watching it. It was not
out.
funny.
No. It's he's like, I did drugs.
No, it was worse than doing drugs. He went back to when he was 11. And the
Did
whole...
he like totally like diddle someone?
No, but he tried to prevent that. The whole point
prevented
of it
him getting
was
diddled?
not him. The whole point was him trying to stop a serial child abductor / potential molester. I won't give it away. He does. But he has to go back in time again to fix more mistakes. And the main reason he goes back in time is because that guy figures out that he knew who he was in the future and kills his mom. So then he gets framed for that murder. And while he's running from the cops, he gets sent back in time and
To
then
stop it.
like tries to stop it but messes up, and then tries to stop it more and messes up more, and then yeah. It was not as fun as I hoped. Really good, but not fun. And then I watched like 2 more shows, like 3 seasons each. And then I watched 3 whole seasons of Lucifer and like 6 movies. And I drank a bunch of beer. And that was Texas.
There you go. No,
I don't know if I want to go back because it was only 39.9 hours. Yeah. But it was fun. Decent experience. Coworker I was with was really cool. So
yeah. Well, that's the thing too. Is at least like
I got his hot sauce too.
oh fuck yeah. It's at least something that like you did it for them, and they can be like, we're sorry that it was a shit thing for you.
Yeah.
You know, maybe the next one will hopefully be better.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at getting my passport, so I know Canada's not that far.
Yeah, but you can go.
I can go to Canada, you know. And for everybody that says just get the enhanced license, there's other places I can go to, not just Canada.
Yeah.
If I go to any of those, you guys will know. I don't know what all I'm allowed to talk about on, but I'll tell you some weird shit I saw in like Japan or something, you know.
Yeah. Oh, no, I know. There's.
Oh, and the rewards points, dude.
Airflyer.
I got the air mileage stuff. I got the hotel reward points. Like, I already almost have a free flight and a free hotel. And I only went once. So, like...
Yeah. I need to start figuring that stuff out from when we do stuff.
Well, what I was telling Destiny earlier, I was like, we want to go and get a hotel for the weekend, one weekend, go somewhere cool, you know, once COVID's done, of course.
Yeah, we're doing that this weekend.
I know, but... Also,
you can't. You're. Yeah.
She's got the autoimmune disorder and shit.
Yeah,
so,
you can't even risk it.
But we want to go somewhere eventually. And I was telling her, I'm like, the points are good for like 2 years. And if I travel a lot, like I got 9,000 hotel points for this one trip. It's like 15,000 for a free night or some shit. So I'm like, if we get enough of those, and like on top of my military discount, on top of my mileages and everything, like me and her could go somewhere for a vacation, and then me and you can go somewhere for this.
Yeah.
You know.
No, 100%. I mean, like, I think Melissa's gonna start. Obviously, she got the Mexico points.
Yeah, they're only good for like 2 years though. I think.
Yeah. Well,
Hers, she probably got more because it's out of the country.
Yeah.
But I was close. I was in Texas.
Yeah, pretty much.
She got like more day in per diem than I did, but who's counting? Not me.
No, I mean, that is one of those things because when she started there, she brought up like the possibilities of getting like transfers to those places.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I thought about it. Destiny was rolling it around a little bit. I was like, yeah, if there's a potential to transfer somewhere, if it's somewhere cool, but there's not many places that I would go to.
yeah.
Like, edit out the name of that place. Just put the clap right there.
Yeah, I mean, if we even
But there's some cool spots. Like they have some actual facilities like in foreign countries. I would like love to live at for like a year. But I don't know.
Yeah, for a year.
Yeah.
That's the thing is they're not going to send you for just a year.
Yeah, they'd send me for like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
And that was one of the main reasons I got out of the military and didn't want to stay active duty.
Yeah.
Because I was like, my dad was gone all the time. Like, there was a period where for like, I think 10 years, he was home for like 4. Like,
yeah.
And that's counting, field training, deployments, Korea, wherever the hell he was, Like, for me, it's like, yeah, I might be traveling 60% of the year, but
yeah,
I'll be home on weekends. You can come,
Yeah, no, I mean, I've always said, like, for her, like, when it comes as far as me, is just like, is if she goes, I have to figure out what the fuck I would do.
Yeah.
But two,
like if she goes and stays, or if she just goes to travel.
Oh yeah, travel, whatever. That's cool. No problem. Moving, obviously.
Yeah.
Because if we're like doing this,
if this picks up, we can just leave.
Well, I mean, yeah, but that is not for at least like
a few years.
Yeah, I'm banking on we don't even start making money enough to like profit anything
for a few years.
For 3 years.
30-ish. God.
Yeah, I expect at least 3 years before it,
Yeah.
This is our excuse to hang out.
Yeah. I was going on that actually. I don't know if you've watched it yet. I want you to, because apparently after a year the channel's getting deleted. It's Unis Anus, or Unis Anus, sorry. It means 1 year. And it's Markiplier and this other YouTuber who he's friends with. The way they met was Markiplier was at a conference, and the other guy showed up and was like, hey, I was going to do a backflip for you, but I can't because it's really crowded. And Markiplier's like, do a backflip. So he does a backflip, and Markiplier's like, wow, that was really cool. And then they talked a little bit, and then like somewhere down the line they became friends. And like started doing videos together and stuff, and now they have this whole channel where they're like, life is fleeting. They started it in 2019, which is funny because their New Year's episode, they literally were like 2020 is the end, and then 2020's been happening.
They're like, guys,
they're like,
Mark's just like, guys, I did not actually plan that.
But it's really good. They do like every kind of dumb YouTube thing you can think of. Yeah. And they even call themselves out on it. Like when they have Jacksepticeye on.
Yeah.
They're both sitting like this in their car and they're blocking the back seat. And they're like, we're going to go get a bunch of Christmas toys and donate them to people in need. And I think we're going to need some help. And they like pull back.
Yeah.
And Jacksepticeye's like, let's talk about that. And then they do the Good Mythical Morning intro for like 2 seconds. And then they're like, that seemed familiar. So it's literally every dumb thing you can think that YouTube does, they do it, and then they end it with like, we're all gonna die one day. We never know when. We do know when this channel's gonna die.
2020.
Yeah. And they've only got like, I think, a couple months. I think it's like November when they're done. So you have, it's like an episode a day almost. And they're all like 10 to 30 minutes long. So you have a lot of videos to watch. Some good, some bad, some dumb. There's one where they look up where the 2 girls, 1 cup girls are at. And Markiplier had never seen the video.
No, I've not, and I don't want to.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Yeah, I know.
But
I'm
glad you brought up that stuff, because my point was, if we meet someone who's bigger, obviously we don't want to take advantage and, use them for clout, but that could help with growth.
Absolutely.
But again, we got to treat it as,
Oh, yeah, no,
this is an excuse for us to hang out with PewDiePie today.
That'd be fun.
I would love to hang out with Jack's Films.
Jacksepticeye.
And,
or Philip DeFranco, even though he has nothing to do with...
Doesn't matter, man.
Yeah.
I would just love to hang out with
I'd be like, hey, I've been Patreon for like
for
3 years.
Oh, Tiny Meat Gang. I've been a Patreon of them for at least 2.
I kind of like, he did it, like 3 years ago, and then like I signed up for it, and I've forgotten that I had signed up for it and stopped watching for a while, and I was like, came back and I was like, oh cool, I'm glad I was supporting that still, and like came back and kept watching it, and now I'm like supporting a lot more. Like I'm supporting the Honeydew.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would if I could. For a while there, I was like, if any of my friends were doing something dumb, if it was like $5 a month or something, I would support them for a few months. I even did it for like some of my cosplay friends started like OnlyFlans. And I was like, I feel really weird if I'm gonna subscribe for your nudes, but I'm like, if your thing's $5 and I subscribe but never use it, like I'm just helping you get your percentage.
Yeah, you just tell Destiny, be like, hey, I'm not gonna use it.
But then we started, closing our money and trying to save up and stuff. So I like canceled everything, and then I was looking at Tiny Meat Gang, and it was right when they dropped what is it, Poor Bitch?
Yeah.
Which I got to show you. They directed the whole video. It's beautiful. SeatGeek sponsored the whole thing, and they had an ad at the very end, and they're like, is this an ad? And SeatGeek's like, no. But I couldn't bring myself to like unsubscribe from them, man.
No,
like,
that's fair. No, that's fine. I mean, how much is it? Like
stuff.
$5?
$5.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's something you watch a lot, and that's different than like.
But if I had more money, I would, tinier YouTubers, OnlyFans, if you're doing it, I'll never look at your OnlyFans because I know you, and that's weird. But get your money, And if your shit's not $20, I'll throw you a little bit to where you can build up your repertoire and get more viewers and shit. But I don't know. I have no money to do that right now.
Yeah, no, I've been, I pretty much just...
I'm going to subscribe to ours.
That'd be funny.
The highest tier, so we could be listed at the end of the video.
Yeah, we don't just expose ourselves.
Our top supporters, Brandon Murdoch and Andrew Eady. And some guy from California named
Bob.
Damn it.
Hi, Bob.
Turns out Bob is Jack's Films.
Well, no, I only have Honeydew, Philip DeFranco. I follow Joey Diaz now.
Yeah.
His is only $1 because
I thought about doing his because it was only $1, but
it's. I mean, he's supposed to be starting his new podcast in October. He said.
My thing with that for the bigger guys, like obviously I don't know their money situation, but I'm like, you guys are big. Your name brand, like in the household,
and that's exactly why Joey Diaz's was like
$1.
Yeah, he's like, it's not about money. It's $1. He uploads like 2 or 3 times a day.
That's why I thought his.
He uploads a good morning message. It's only maybe, and then I don't know. They're like a minute sometimes, or sometimes they're 20. and he's just talking. And then he's got some other. He's called the Joey Diaz Project. He just talks for a good amount of time, and then just updates here and there. He uploaded the story of him talking about
Yeah. I
the
remember you telling me
kidnapping.
that. Yeah.
That was funny as shit. It's so good. But no, because it's it's only $1. He's literally like, this is just for if you want to help support me, whatever. It's $1. I'll give you all this. It's more about where he can build a community.
Yeah.
So
I think there's like a
but I think
a
that's
minimum.
the smart way to go about that if you're trying to do Patreon.
Yeah. I think technically our lowest tier should be $1.
Yeah, I don't plan to do anything more than $1 for
I think
a
it should
while.
be $1. Like, you get access to the bare minimum things, like maybe our Discord server or something if we set up one of those. And then we'll have some, like, dumb tiers. You know, like, give us $10,000 and we'll come hang out with you. Like, just some dumb stuff.
Ron Funches, he's the last one. He has his final tier is $3,000, and it says, if you pick this, you must be really balling something. Basically just like, I will literally fly to you and give you a hug.
Yeah,
is what it says.
Yeah, I was thinking like if you give us like $5,000, we'll come over and have one beer with you.
No,
like, that's it.
If you do that, we will come over and cook you dinner,
Oh,
two drunk style.
That's actually, write that down. That's really good. No one will do it. Someone might,
No,
but I doubt it.
no, because that'll be like.
We'll do it. We'll make a video.
100%.
Someone finally did it. They gave us $5,000. Who was it, Brandon? It says Andrew. What's up, man? Cook me dinner. Oh. But yeah, the simple stuff, man. Like I said, Tiny Meat Gang, theirs was only $5, I think. I did theirs right before I went and saw them during their tour. And the only reason I did it was because they were like, hey, we'll give you access to the tickets like 2 weeks early.
Okay, hold on. I'm having a crisis.
Okay. Can you not spell a word?
No. I'm stoned, and I fucking could not remember how to write D.
The letter D?
The letter D. I wrote the stick, and I was like, fuck, which direction do I go for D?
Left.
Yeah. I realized that because I wrote it before this.
I have a weird way to remember that now, and I don't want to say it on camera.
I know what you mean.
How's it hanging?
Huh?
Short,
Same.
shriveled, and slightly to the left.
Cheers.
Yeah. Tiny Meat Gang.
Oh. No, but I was just like, oh no.
Dude, I've done that so much. I did that today, dude. Like, I was measuring something, and I was so used to nominal being 5.0, but it was 3.0 this time. So
4 if it was to the left.
Yeah. So it was like different completely. I was getting 4.3, or I was getting 3.7. I mean, and I was like, yeah, that's minus 1.3. And then I did like 5 parts, and they were all like minus 1.3, minus 1.2, minus 1.1. And then the guy I was with was like, dude, I'm getting like plus 0.8. And I was like, I did them completely backwards. And like, I was like, this is why I don't like calling out the numbers. I like to write them down and then go, oops, and fix it, you know?
Yeah, you got to be careful with that. I don't do anything with that jazz. I just put some shit on like together.
Yeah. I've seen that now. It is impressive. The one I saw in Texas, like, there was this little old lady, and she was just like using the robot thing to put the door in place and bolting it, and it looked like she was doing like 3 hands with one. Like, she was quick.
Yep. It was funny today. I was training someone, and she, I was like basically dancing around her because I was doing break lines.
I saw how that can hit you in the head now, by the way, because I almost got hit in the head.
Yeah. So yeah, I was like, basically, it's our most complicated job now because they fucked it up. And so I'm showing her all the stuff, and I'm just like, she's
Was
in
it
the hole.
a door?
No,
Okay,
but
because we do the doors.
chassis.
Okay, not us then.
I'm in chassis.
All right.
I only see the frame with the engine. I don't see the body. I mean, I see the obviously.
You see the skeleton.
Yeah. If you hopefully come to my plant eventually.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I don't know for sure. I know I'm going to be doing something else, but there's not a lot of work right now.
Yeah.
So they might have a lot of us on this one. You won't see it, for like a year or two, but I can't talk about what vehicle it is.
But yeah.
It's a cool one though.
But no, so we no, she was just like, you're really quick.
Well, you do, man. Like
Well, no, I'm like,
you're a fucking lead. You better be quick.
well, yeah, I was, yeah. No, I mean,
You're
and
still a
just
lead.
in general,
Yeah.
I like, I'm relatively fast. I like to. I told her, it's like, I'm used to working ahead, so I'm never behind.
Yeah.
So that way, when the fucked up thing happens, the worst I get is in normal speed.
Yeah.
Or like normal.
I was the same way with calibrations. I'm a little slower now.
Yeah.
New job. But I did have a coworker. He was like, you were really slow when we started this job. It was a different one than I was working on before. And I was like, well, I'm learning it. Like, yeah, I know it's still a door and I just worked on doors, but different points, different style, different design, different clamps,
Yeah.
So he's like, now you're like speeding through it. I'm like, yeah. It took me a second to learn it, man. Like,
Yeah, once you know it, it's. And that's what it was for me too. Is it's like, it's the way I am with all of it. I was telling her specifically on the one job that sucks. It's like, because I will work ahead, the only fan that's for that job doesn't even hit it.
yeah.
So I'll like work ahead, get most of the job done, and then stand in the fan and then walk out of it. Instead of the other guys, will just be, smart and just stand in the fan.
Yeah.
And work at speed, and if something happens, whatever.
I found something that would be good for both of us. Well, I didn't find it when I went camping.
Is it that neck
it's
thing
the
that's
neck
just the
thing.
fans? Yes,
Yeah.
a couple people have met our plant.
I was thinking
Now
of
it's
getting
cold,
us
but-
those. Yeah. Well, when I was in Texas,
It's Texas.
we got there and we were working the weekend, and the AC and stuff was not on. I didn't know there was AC. I just thought it's a factory. It hot. It Texas. It hot. And then we came in during the week, and I walked in and was like, what? Like,
Wait, they have AC?
they had AC.
Because we
dude.
don't have AC. We have fans.
They had AC.
We have fans that are 10 to 15 feet in the air above us.
Dude, it was maybe 75 degrees. I threw on a jacket.
Because, like, that's what it is here because it's 60.
Yeah.
Like, it was
like 90. Some days it was like 95 when I was down there.
it was maybe 73 in our plant today.
Yeah.
But we don't have AC. That's
The
just because
plant
it's
I'm in,
Michigan. You're in Tech. That's, oh my
The
God.
plant I'm in right now, I think, might have AC.
I guess it makes sense
But
because
it
they're
is-
Texas. Because in
yeah.
the summer,
It gets hot, dude.
they couldn't have a plant in
Yeah,
the
it
summer.
gets hot. I was there for the Army, and like
That makes sense.
we'd never had AC in our buildings, and it was unbearable. Like, of course we did it because
You have to.
you have to. But literally, it was like at 3 a.m, we'd go out for PT, which we would do early, because if you did it at the normal time,
It was too
it
hot.
was too hot. But you would walk out of the barracks, and like, you remember the gray shirt I had? It was a light, like heather gray,
Yeah, just dark.
instant drenched. Like the second you walk out.
Yeah,
Just
it's
humid
nuts.
as all hell.
Oh yeah, no, Texas is fucking rough. My
Dude, my
family
hotel
is in
didn't have
Texas.
AC. It had
I-
AC the first 3 days, and then the AC just stopped. And like I told the hotel and everything, and they're like, "We'll send someone out," and they couldn't figure it out. And then maybe it's fixed now, but the whole time I was gone, the AC was just off. It got up to like 86 in my room one day. I was literally out on the balcony. The TV rotated. So I was out on the balcony. I had the TV rotated. I had my mouse next to me so I could control my computer and was just watching Netflix. I had my beers next to me, and like the only time I went inside was to pee, and I hated it because it was cooler outside than it was in the room,
Yeah.
and it was awful.
Yeah, no, my
So I loved going back to work when I was there because it was cool.
my uncle Doug and Aunt Melissa and my grandpa who's no longer with us, they all live down there. And
Sorry, I was gonna make a bad joke.
do it.
I was gonna be like, "Where's he at?"
Well,
You see, when a man and a woman love each other, they eventually die of old age. Ow.
and he
I tried to flick that to like cut the tension, and all I did was cut myself.
there you go.
So that's cool.
No, but he no, they all lived in Texas for a while. My uncle now lives in like Tennessee, I believe. My Aunt Melissa still lives down there with Heather cousin and my cousin, my mom's cousin, or no, technically her niece, my
I
cousin.
get that. Called cousin because of age.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
she's in her 40s.
Yeah, called cousin
Yeah,
because
yeah,
of the age.
yeah. So Dana and Will, they're really fucking cool.
They sound like a 90s sitcom, like Will and Grace. I don't know why I thought of that.
Will and Dana.
Dana and Will.
No, Will's a rocket scientist.
Oh, nice. We should get him on the podcast.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
If he comes in here, I'm gonna be like, hey, tell me shit I don't know.
Yeah.
He
We'll
is
get,
like easily like one of the smartest people I know. Like I don't. Him, mysterious friend we know,
Yeah, mysterious friend we know.
and
We need to have a better name for him. Mysterious friend doesn't sound good.
well, yeah, that was just kind of what I said on the spot.
not to say his name.
We'll come up with this code name for him.
Yeah, we'll let him decide.
We'll let him
As long as we approve it,
Yeah.
he can decide.
Yeah. And then yeah, no, he's just awesome. They're cool people.
I'd love to get.
But if we
Both
ever go
of
to
them.
Texas, like they are definitely the people to hang out with. They like tailgate they would tailgate like every week when they could,
Yeah.
just to hang out with friends and
Dude, I miss tailgating. I didn't even like sports.
for the Texans.
Yeah.
They're huge sports fans, so
I hated sports, but I would tailgate. I'd cook for people and I'd drink, and then people would be like, "Who are you rooting for?" I'm like, "I don't know who's playing."
I'm just here for this. Yeah, no, they're cool. I love them. I wish we could see them more often, but no, we're no, if he ever comes up here once this is going, for sure I'm like,
Well,
hey,
we got to figure out the travel stuff too. So, like, if we travel and have a portable system,
well, that's literally
yeah, we just bring this.
look how small this is. This all folds up into that container.
Yeah, it'd fit.
This all goes in that. The cords,
How heavy is this?
no, literally.
I know, but I'm saying if we could get something part of the
we
set.
wouldn't even.
like,
Oh, no,
to
we
where
would
when
bring
we
the
take it-
keyblades.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like if the part of the set is also our storage case,
That'd be fine.
yeah, that'd be nice. Because then like we just take it with, and people are like, "Hey, that's the locker." Of course, we're not going to use this. We're going to update this, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It'd be cool. Be weird to bring Manny.
Yeah.
Very weird to bring Manny.
It'd be hard to bring Manny.
I don't think it would be that hard, but could you imagine TSA? Hey, we checked your luggage and
We found a kid without a head that's fake. No, I mean, that would just literally be like, they'd see like a keyblades and weird shit, it would be like, it's our podcast setup.
Or a cosplay thing or something. Which, speaking of, we should start going to cosplays, man. I don't want to say your first one should be Colossal Con.
I went to Youmacon.
Okay, good. Colossal Con.
I mean, I got hammered.
So did I.
That's all I did.
I did
one day. I went for one day.
Too. I went for like the whole weekend.
No, so my Youmacon was...
I didn't go to Youmacon, though. I had drill every single year.
My friend Emilio and Dave, who is now Alex, but Dave at the time.
Is that something to talk about off camera?
No.
Okay.
She transitioned.
Okay, good.
So,
that's actually what I was implying, but
no. But for the sake of the time, she was Dave.
Okay.
So Dave and a couple other random people that were all going. David's girlfriend Megan, who is now Adam.
Okay, that's really cool, actually.
Yeah,
I'd like to get them on to discuss that. If
one day eventually, we just it's one of those friendships that eventually just kind of like it dwindled out before, or like not dwindled out. I guess I just haven't. I got really busy and I stopped seeing a lot of people.
Adulthood.
Yeah,
being an adult.
and
I got that, man.
Yeah,
I had that with you for like 6 months.
Yeah.
We're 6 months of my life.
Yeah, basically. But no, so we are all hanging out. But I went with Emilio and his girlfriend Sarah. The first thing I did was they got me into. It was the last event they were going to for the night, and basically one of two events that was at the end, and it was Cards Against Humanity, but with 8 voice actors.
Ooh.
One of the guys voiced 50-something Pokemon. One of the guys was Skeletor.
Oh, dude. Sorry to cut you off, but did you know Skeletor was hot? He's not a skeleton. His face got burned off by acid. That's canon. And before his face got burned off, his name was still Skeletor. But he was hot, dude.
That's funny. I have to look that up. I haven't seen it.
My cousin sent me a picture and I was like, oh, who drew that? That's some good fan fiction. She's like, that's official. And I'm like, ooh, holy shit.
No, but so yeah. And then there was I think I want to say Snake from G.I. Joe, but I don't think he talked, right? So I'm wrong, right?
It was Snake or Dead Eyes or something. Because there was 2 ninjas
that
were
it
twins.
Was one of something, yeah. He did the voice of... It was something G.I. Joe related. But regardless, it was that. So it was cool. That was an hour long. And then me and Emilio, we didn't have a room. We were basically just... Dave had a room. Dave and Megan rented a room with a couple of their friends, and they said we could basically sleep on the floor.
Yeah, that happens.
But they ended up going to bed before we did. So the room was pretty much, we didn't want to be the guys to wake them up.
Yeah.
So anyways,
our balcony was unlocked, so people were just coming in and out. I'm sleeping in a chair this size, stop.
We basically didn't go to sleep. So
yeah,
we basically, first thing, and when we're basically, I keep saying it too much.
It's okay. It's a drinking game now. We'll have to edit it at the beginning. Take a shot every time Brandon says basically.
Just a bunch of dings. You're gonna get fucked.
Actually that would be
no. That's
fun
called
to
alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, that's the game.
First episode.
I'll play it. That'll be my first video on my channel.
But
have you guys heard of this podcast? There's a drinking game in their first episode, and I'm gonna play it. That guy looks familiar.
Oh God, no, but
no, I gotta hold off on the drinking until we finish the AIP exclusion diet stuff, because I don't want to drink too much when I'm around her.
Yeah, no, for sure.
She wants to have a drink. She wants a glass of wine bad.
Yeah.
That's another reason she's not hanging out with your girlfriend. She's like, if we hang out, I'm going to want wine. And I'm like, have some wine.
No, but we understand that.
Yeah.
No, we 100% are like understanding that it's a lot of difficult.
Yeah, because we're trying to figure out all her allergens. God.
Yeah.
That
But
was hard to
no,
say.
so we get out of there and we basically show up to find Dave, and then we all start going around. We get drinks. I brought a pint of Jack, and I dumped it in a Coke to drink. So I started drinking that out the get-go, basically. And we start then going. They're like, they wanted to go to the. Oh no, we went to the gaming room, I think, for a
Thought
second.
You were gonna say the Ritz.
No, there's a rave. So
Oh yeah, they
do a rave
Youmacon
every year.
is actually really nice.
yeah, so we ended up. No, I think yeah. So basically, we ended up walking around for a little bit, and then they go to the rave, and they like, I mean, I'm not. I would never really go to a rave again. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe, but
I
like,
mean, if it's part of a thing, I'd go.
yeah, if I happen to be there, whatever. But I wouldn't go there specifically for it.
Yeah.
Except for apparently, like fucking 4 years ago, Daft Punk made a surprise set.
Yeah. I had a buddy who
they
went to
didn't. No
that.
one told anyone about it
Yeah.
except they were just like, "Yeah, we'll do it on the condition that no one knows we're performing.
Yeah.
It's just surprise set."
I had a buddy that was there. I was mad because
Oh,
I
no.
was at drill.
Yeah, I think it was like, no, they announced someone as a guest, but it wasn't anyone big. But then they announced it was them after like. Or I don't even know if they announced it. I think they might have just come out and performed and
think
said,
that's what
"Hey,
they did.
it's us," and it was actually
But the
them.
thing with Daft Punk though is like nobody knows who they are. So like it could have been me and
I mean,
you.
there are
like,
photos of them out there.
Yeah, but still, like their whole thing is like they're in the masks.
took a
and
while,
stuff,
but, you know.
So like you and I could literally show
Yeah.
up wearing their masks and be like, "We're Daft Punk," and people be like, "Oh my god, it's Daft Punk."
But yeah, no, they so yeah, they randomly just performed.
I would love to
But
see Daft.
that was definitely not the year I went. But no, it was just like, so they wanted to go, so it was cool. I kind of just like hung out there, and like unfortunately they confiscated my Jack at the door.
Colossal was cool. They didn't confiscate anything.
Yeah,
like,
they were, well, it was the Renaissance Center. They can't.
Yeah.
But
They were supposed to. But security and I were cool.
That's cool.
Like the first interaction I had with security, we were blaring Old Town Road, and we all had like a buddy of mine who's actually the D&D guy.
Okay.
He's doing a 0 session this Saturday, and I might go. He had a little like stick horse, and we were just pointing it at security, and we're just like downing our drinks while pointing at security, and they're like, "Yeah," and we were like, "Oh, it's gonna be a good ass time." So anytime I saw security, even when I was doing things I was not supposed to do, I won't go into that story on here until statute of limitations are up. Not that I did a crime or anything, or did any illegal substance that my father would not approve of, but my uncle might. Sorry, Mom. Yeah, they were all fucking cool. I mean, the only time I got in trouble there was when we were in the wave pool, and I was trying to see how strong I was. Short answer, very. I was carrying like a bunch of people to the other end of the wave pool where the waves were coming, and I had like 8 people on me and was just trudging through the water, and the lifeguard was like, "Hey, you shouldn't do that." And I was like, "Okay." Like, that was the most trouble I got in.
You were just like, "I'm doing it." No, but yeah, so they did that, and then eventually we end up just leaving, and I run across our friend named Alex, and
Nice.
he
I was aiming that way.
he had apple pie moonshine, or not in a
Was it the store-bought moonshine or
no,
was it
he made
moonshine?
it. He made it. But it wasn't like super strong moonshine, but it was,
You can't tell with
was
the
good.
apple pie.
It was fucking good.
That's
'Cause
what
I
I
bought
had when the day Kelly broke up with me. That's what I had.
Yeah, I bought it from him.
Yeah, I woke up at Cracker Barrel.
Or
in
I donated money to him for it.
yeah,
And
you donated money.
and it was fucking good.
Bought a pair of socks. That
me and Emilio end up in the gaming room and we're playing video games because there's like a room that's like got like fucking 20 Xboxes, 20 PS4s, 20, it was great. So we're just hanging out in there and I don't even know, to be honest, just walking around, hanging out, just drinking. And then like basically 5 a.m. comes around and we're like, all right, there's nothing going on.
Yeah.
We're tired. We can't go back to the room because they went to bed at like 2 because they have events they were going to the next day. Me and him were like, we're here for this day. So
that's what we're going to do.
Yeah. So we end up, we're like, all right, let's go get food in the cafeteria. McDonald's should have been open, but they were not open yet. The only place that was open was Subway. And there was like maybe 3 other dudes ahead of us, pretty drunk too. And we were all just like waiting for them. They were like, all right. And they made a Subway. So we just like start smashing this Subway. Emilio just mows this thing down and like puts his head down and starts. He's like, I'm just going to go to sleep here for a second. I'm like, all right. I'm just eating my sub just slowly, just kind of like, I don't know. I think I'm on my phone a little bit, just kind of like looking around, watching other drunk people wander. And then all of a sudden, fucking Emilio's little brother walks by across and then stops and then looks over and sees us. Walks over and he's like, someone stole my backpack. And I'm like, oh shit, how? And he's like, well, it I don't know if he said it was kind of my fault, but it was totally his fucking fault. He went to sleep on the bench like a lot of people do, but he didn't hold his backpack. He just set it next to him. Yeah. So he woke up and it was gone. I was like, ah. So I was like, well, Emilio woke up and we were like, well, like, I think the only thing you can do is like maybe try and find security and see if they'll look at the camera and find out who took it. But good luck finding the guy. Good luck. So
they're not gonna go all CSI on it, man.
Luckily, it wasn't much. It was like stuff he bought at the con, which sucks, obviously. But it wasn't like, I think his wallet,
wasn't medicine or something.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't anything super irreplaceable. He wasn't any. Yeah, and he's younger too, so it wasn't.
Yeah.
I think he must have been maybe like 17 at the time, but like
I had a fanny pack.
I had my pockets. I had my cargo shorts.
Well, mine was at a water park,
and
so
maybe
let me get this fanny
a hoodie.
pack.
No hoodie. So it was just walking around.
But did you cosplay at all, or did you?
No, not at all. I just showed up.
Oh, dude, you should cosplay next time.
I mean, if we work on something, I'm down.
Yeah,
but
let's figure out like a couple's cosplay for us.
I'm down.
Whatever anime has the best bromance, that's what we'll be.
I was gonna say let's just sort out online.
Oh my god,
be the girl.
I was gonna say I'll be a Suda. Let's do the abridged.
We're both a Suda.
Yeah, just show up, bro.
I thought I was. Oh. Yeah, no. But no. So we end up. His brother leaves, and I like finish my sandwich, and I'm like, I don't want to sleep here, and I don't want to sleep on a bench. He's like, yeah, me either. So I'm like, do you want to just go back to my car? And he's like, sure.
You went and slept in the car?
Well, here's the thing. We were at, the Renaissance Center, but we parked at Greektown Casino.
Did you go get a hotel?
No.
Oh, I was going to say that'd be a smart choice.
No.
Money.
Well, we thought they were going to stay up a lot later than they did, and we didn't expect to stay up as late as we did. So it's October, almost November. So it's cold.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, all right. So we just start walking through the streets of Detroit. And we're like, all right, I see the Greek town sign over there. And we just start following the sign. And then get to my car. And I get in the seat and I'm like, all right, it's fucking cold. So I turn it on, which technically means DUI if I get asked, but I'm not driving. So I'm just sitting there. We're like,
I also hope any officer that pulls you over is like, it's cold, I get it.
yeah, I'd be like, we're just sleeping here. But no, so I turn it on and we're sitting there for like 30 minutes and he's like, I want to go to sleep. And I'm like, all right. So I'm just like sitting there for like maybe another 30 minutes. The sun's coming up. I'm like, all right. So it's like 6 o'clock at this point, 6:30. And I'm like, fuck. I just turn it off and I throw it in the back seat. So technically, at least if they walk over, I'm like, they're back there. We're just laying here. And I sleep for maybe like a half hour. And Emilio like wakes up because of the sun. He's like, I can drive home. Because he's not.
Yeah.
He did stop drinking before I did. And he had been sleeping.
More than you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had that.
So he was
I had
definitely
that at the Ritz, actually. I started the night
Yeah.
drinking, and then by the end of the show, I was like, I had stopped drinking, like, right when I started drinking.
Yeah.
Like, I went hard. I had, like, 4 shots, and then I was like, I don't want to drink tonight. And then, like, 5 hours later, I was like, does anybody need a ride home? And they're like, we saw you, dude. And I'm like, yeah, 5 hours ago.
Yeah, we used to do that too.
Yeah, we used to do that excessively.
Yeah. No,
Ooh.
it was literally no, but that was because of the fact that we were so drunk the last night before, we couldn't get drunk
Yeah.
the next day, and it was disappointing.
Oh, my
So we would be
God.
sober as shit after nights of drinking and be like, "What the fuck?"
I had that at Colossal, dude. The first day, I got fucked up.
Yeah,
I mean, I was like throwing up at 2 in the afternoon.
yeah,
And that's actually when I asked out Destiny. I'll ask her if she's okay with me telling that story on here. But highlights, I got so sad about Toy Story 3 that I threw up. And then I took a 4.5 hour long shower. Somewhere in there, I asked out my current girlfriend. Asked out. Yeah. But, like, everyone saw me dying in a chair just like this. They saw me lunge over the pull-out couch, throw up in a sink, turn, throw up in a box, turn, throw up in... Ooh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
throw up on the mic.
Throw up on the mic. Throw up in the second sink, fall into the bathroom, throw up in the toilet, close the bathroom. I don't know how many more times I threw up, but then I turned on the shower. And everyone was like, all right, he's going to take a shower and be okay. An hour later, someone knocked. It was like, hey, buddy, you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I need to be in water. And they're like, we're at a water park. And I'm like, yeah, not that kind of water. And then I blacked out a bit. But apparently, 2 hours later,
Yeah.
my buddy finds me. This is when I come to. I'm in the hot tub, which had a waterfall. And I'm just standing in the waterfall like... And my buddy's like, hey, you're alive. And I'm like, are any of us alive? And he's like, whoa. And I was like, yeah, I don't know what that was. You want to go get more drinks? And we swam up to the water bar. Got more of the little fruity Kalahari drinks, which were amazing.
Yeah, I mean,
And just continued to drink.
they're toxic.
Yeah, they were horrible.
Yeah.
But then the next day, we're all doing shots left and right. Like, I'm not getting drunk at all until later on in the day. But literally, in order for me to get drunk, I had to, like, within a 30-minute period, I was trying to get as many people to do shots with me as I could. Not everyone wanted to do shots at the same time. So it was literally like, I'll do a shot with you. And then like 5 minutes later, someone was like, hey, whenever you're ready for a shot, we can go do it. And I was like, I'm ready now. And I did that for 30 minutes.
And then nothing.
like 6 times.
Yeah.
And then I felt a buzz, and then I just kept going to get drunk. But it took a lot.
Yeah. I don't miss that.
I don't miss it that much.
But
That said, for my channel, whenever I start that, I am thinking of doing like more drinking oriented videos, because I don't really have a skill, and I don't want to do like, you know, reaction videos and commentary all the time, and I'd like to
Where are
save
you gonna do that?
our skits for us, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking my videos are just gonna be dumb, like, hey, so I saw like some drink things on TikTok, I'm gonna make them. Or like, hey, we used to do this thing in Two Drunk where we do 5 shots and then cook. But instead of cooking, I'm going to build some stuff or something dumb, you know? Just stuff I could do by myself that you don't need to be there for.
Yeah.
And the main joke is just going to be how often I can catch Destiny talking shit in the background. Like,
To someone and get like, motherfucker.
yeah. What are you doing in there, baby? You
Destiny's
okay?
talk shit count.
Yeah.
The DTS.
30% of, yeah, DTSC. Every single
Yes.
every single video, 30% of it is just gonna be me playing with Enzo. Like,
Yeah.
no matter what I'm doing.
Yeah, basically. No, Youmacon was fun.
I would also like to do D&D as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I do want to make another character that's an alcoholic.
That. We're gonna do that.
Yeah, but I want to make. I don't mean just for my channel. I mean for us.
Yeah.
But I'd like to make a character that is an alcoholic. That way we
already
can,
did.
I know
we can definitely
did,
do it again.
but I want to do it again so people understand.
Yeah.
That we literally played an alcoholic while being an alcoholic.
Yeah, it was
fun.
That was.
Your character wouldn't do that. He's lawfully good. He's also drunk.
You forget the law when you're drunk. Yeah, no.
But yeah, I'd love to. I actually, I know my buddy Mark.
God damn it.
Did I do the noise?
No, I'm just. You get the law when you're drunk. You forget the law when you're drunk.
I think we need to isolate that clip and just keep it for editing. So, like, whenever we do Too Drunk, just throw it in there occasionally.
Warning.
That's the intro. Yeah. Oh, if we could ever get the no laws when you drink claws guy to do Too Drunk with us. Oh, I'd love it, man.
We only have guests that are lawyers.
Oh, dude, I know a few though.
It's a separate series.
Too Drunk Law.
Oh my god.
Dude, that'd be great. What the fuck was I gonna say?
I don't know.
It was D&D something.
Alcoholic characters.
Yeah. But no, my buddy Mark, who does it, I think he would be good for like a DM for like a campaign if he's available.
Okay.
To like film and have players readily available and there.
I bet you we could get DJ.
We could get DJ. We also have Destiny's cousin through marriage, Mikey, who I really like.
Okay.
I would like him to be a DM for a campaign that we play. Maybe not for the show, but just I think you guys would be very fun together.
Okay.
And I miss D&D.
Yeah, no.
I can't do Mark's all the time because he's got like 7,000 different ones going on. Really good DM. He's got like music going and like he's got this gong that he hits when people are getting too rowdy, which is all the time, I'm assuming. But
I think when we decide to do ours, we should do like oh fuck.
yeah, I know.
Do an all-day session.
Film as much as we can.
Yeah. it just have one day before, obviously, we actually do it all, where we figure out characters, make sure it's all set, and then we can actually do one whole just really long day. We'll have food. Maybe we'll literally make like
a 2 drunk episode prior.
Yeah, a bunch of casseroles.
Yeah.
Some kind of shit just so we can all have like a breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
That would be the 2 drunk episode prior to the D&D session where I or we do an alcoholic character.
And make multiple courses.
Would be great.
Yeah.
Because if we did the 2 drunk prior, we'll have that day after where we just don't get drunk. And we're like, hey, you said I had to have a shot every hour. I am. Or a shot every half hour, whatever the rule is.
Or, because we don't drink that much,
it's going to be even worse.
And we're going to be so goddamn...
My character takes
so goddamn
nap.
hungover. We're not going to finish making the food. And then we'll be all starving. And we'll have to order jets. Mm-hmm. And then...
I would like
our drinking every 30 minutes is gonna be like no,
I don't want to. Just give me the negative status effects.
I'm dying.
Oh,
yeah, no,
but it would be cool. I think.
No, for sure, we'll definitely do it.
Especially if we did like an 8-hour long session.
Yeah,
you know, and then edit it down as much as we can. You get a 30-minute episode, 4 of them, 5 of them, 6 of them, however many we can do. And then the session 0, I think we should also kind of record, maybe not all together, but just get like a vlog style clips of it, just to catch the random things where someone's like, what if my character did this? You know?
I think, well, first of all, I think we should do one of these things before we even film it.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
But like that's in the style that we would do it.
I think we should still film it.
Yeah, just not release
to test
it and figure it out.
On the off chance that it does wind up being good. The main goal is to test it and figure out, same as we're doing with the podcast, left and right. But if it comes out good, that's one we keep. Also, speaking of coming out good, that's a very bad segue. I was going to say I have to pee, so this is already going to come out bad, but then it implies that my pee is going to come out good. I don't know. I'll be back, though.
All right.
Talk to them. Sing to them. Be with them. Edit out that scene in my gut. Also, I don't know how long we've been going.
Oh. So, this is Brandon's alone time. I feel like... Well, I don't even know what to say. I didn't plan on this. I didn't plan on alone time with all of you. Now, I feel like I'm trying to talk like LeVar Burton, legend of Reading Rainbow. He was on a podcast all about last night, and he was wonderful. He's a really cool dude. Interesting guy. I feel like he'd be someone that'd be great to get on here and talk to, because he had a real interesting story, but that wasn't what I meant to talk about. He started in a seminary, and then was just like, nah, I'd rather do something else. I don't think he renounced that, obviously, or nothing like that, but he was just like, yeah, I'm gonna help people instead. And now he does Reading Rainbow, and then hits every one of us with, hey, you should learn to read. And people, if you don't read, you should. I don't. I'm a hypocrite. I'm trying to. It's not going well, but I'm trying my best. My best isn't very good, but I'm trying. My girlfriend, on the other hand, reads a book, maybe book and a half a month. You should try for that. This has been Alone Time with Brandon. Never mind, it is extending. Sweetie's getting another drink. He didn't come over here. Now is the end of Alone Time with Brandon.
Hour and 20 seconds. Look at my butt.
It's glorious. Should we end it?
I'm having a good time, actually. Like,
Well, I mean, this is just going to be a humongous file.
yeah, but I don't know. We were supposed to figure out what we want to talk about during these, but I think this one
Well, how
actually
about this?
came out good.
Let's do a second one.
Do a second one?
Yep.
What time is it?
5:42.
Want to do a second one, like moderate two drunk style?
I mean, I'm already kind of crossed.
You're crossed. I'm just 2 beers in, beer and a half.
Okay.
I'll do a shot at the very beginning and see where it goes.
Sounds good.
All right.
Well,
Tester episode like 7, but maybe Buffalo House Podcast episode 1 as soon as I finish the logo and we record a couple more.
and with that, bye.